Most students hate writing essays. For one thing, we make them choose topics they don't care about. Who wants to write an essay on mold spores? For another thing, they think good academic writing means always using 5 paragraphs, or long, complicated sentences, or obtuse $20 words. I'm Daniel Schwabauer, and I understand why students dread even the word essay. That's why Byline is presented as a class on historic journalism, what I call chronojournalism. Your student will work for me, their editor at the Metropolitan World, as a 1930s-era cub reporter tasked with digging up forgotten stories from the past and turning them into viable news copy. For that, they'll get a full English credit and a set of skills they won't find anywhere else. Byline's unique combination of language arts, journalism, and history allows me to approach academic writing through the lens of story. Yesterday's news, today. And it means I can do 3 things that won't be obvious to your students. First, Byline teaches critical thinking skills: observation, inference, analysis, and interpretation. Writing is about putting thoughts onto paper. If you can't think well, you won't write well. Second, I want to inoculate students against the propaganda that's flooding social media. Propaganda isn't about telling lies. It's about creating interpretations. This is why every major newsroom gets accused of bias, even when it checks its facts. The student who learns to separate fact from interpretation is much harder to indoctrinate. And I think that's a worthwhile outcome, regardless of your politics. Finally, Byline makes essay writing creative and inspiring. Students learn to write hard news and features, profiles and columns, reviews and press releases and exposés, and a lot more. 22 full projects over the course of a school year. And each of these projects overlaps with academic writing. Turns out journalism is wonderful training in how to write with a relaxed, conversational style while using classical methods of argument. The column, for instance, is really a persuasive essay. The hard news current event piece is an expository essay built on an inverted pyramid, Aristotle's deductive method of thesis and proof. The feature is just a narrative or a descriptive essay that uses the inductive method to make a point. Of course, I don't focus on words like induction or thesis. Instead, I ask students to write about fascinating true stories from history. Byline is a journey of discovery that will expand their minds and teach them the skills they need to write great academic papers.
Oh, man,